The Esprit program funds up to 2 billion ECU in this, the fourth framework program. As a result, many of the projects funded produce results that are in tune with today's business needs. Projects in areas such as display technology, multimedia, computer integrated manufacturing and more show their results where we can see, feel and hear them here.
Planner, AIM-Fed, LIP and ECAM are names synonymous with excellence in display technology. These projects all devote their efforts on improving and in some cases creating superb display technology. Planner is electroluminescent technology which makes use of proprietary techniques to achieve high contrast and very clear image. The solid-state technology is a great advance on earlier CRT LCD displays. EL screens produce their own light, therefore backlighting is not required. They're very bright and these displays have found a niche in the marketplace.
The markets for these products are mainly medical, industrial and upcoming now is transportation. This is because the benefits of EL is needed in these three markets. These benefits are wide viewing angle, wide temperature range and ruggedness of the display.
Two projects concentrate on the application of flat panel screens for hostile environments. LIP and ECAM are displays designed on gas plasma or active matrix LCD principles respectively. They are both intended for process monitoring and hostile environments. Applications include computer integrated manufacturing, defense and car manufacturing.
This car has a dashboard which is equipped with an active matrix LCD manufactured by a flat panel display company. Here it is showing a navigation application allowing the driver to navigate around a city center or from one point A to B. It is a very wide viewing angle so that both the passenger and the driver can easily see the display under any lighting conditions.
Field emission technology was developed in the United States in the 1960s but didn't get anywhere until European companies using Esprit funding broke through technical barriers and developed marketable products. Currently, in 5.2-inch format, both in color and black and white, they offer a 180-degree viewing angle and wide temperature operation.
Technical aspects, main feature of this display are the temperature range, of viewing angle 180 degrees, the speed, height speed, and the video capability. This technology is compared to the LCD technology, and the CRT is a great mix of both advantage of the quality of a CRT and the flatness of the LCD, so that gives us the strongest advantage for the coming years.
The Agora was the place where the ancient Greeks spent much of their time. Our era's Agora, the Info Agora, is where information motivates the citizen, offering solutions to the financial sector, empowering the consumer, allowing communications on the move, online services on demand, or educational entertainment. This is for the 90s and beyond. How would you feel if I told you that misreading of check amounts is a thing of the past? What if I told you there is a machine that offers amazing character recognition? Our Visa and Cleopatra are projects producing such a machine.
Our Visa and Cleopatra are two projects which have been funded by the High Performance Computing and Networking Division of Esprit, and which aim to develop a pre-operational system for reading automatically the check banks. It means the written amounts on the handwritten amounts on check banks, which are called the courtesy and the legal amounts.
Moonlight is a project that puts virtual reality technology to work. It offers realistic home designs, such as this one, which enables the customers to see how their bathroom will look before they even order it.
Moonlight is a project where several European companies have developed software and hardware subsystems that altogether can be used for virtual reality applications in several fields, in several markets. This is an example of application for example, shopping. If you want to show your customers in your selling points some bathroom or some kitchen before it is built, it exists. You can show it, and the user can choose several decorations, tiles, and so on.
Other areas which may be seen as very important in today's Agora are a super intelligent photocopier, a result of the SHIC project.
The SHIC project is a project dealing with the development of an intelligent copier able to produce nice copies of mixed documents that are documents with photographs and text. And the aim is to develop nice looking images. And part of that is the development of a powerful workstation able to produce the copies in a short limit of time.
There's nothing friendlier than a multimedia kiosk. It never gets upset. It never screams. It never has a headache. Today's multimedia kiosks offer more than just, well, multimedia. The Oasis 2 project.
The Oasis 2 project is an Esprit-funded project that aims to develop a new form of electronic shopping based around a multimedia kiosk. Within Oasis, we have developed 4 multimedia applications, one for Barclaycard, one for Camden Motors, one for MFI, and one for Sao Paulo Bank. All 4 applications are currently being piloted, and the technology used for the multimedia applications is supported through Olivetti, who have provided the kiosks for the applications.
We all know about CD-ROMs and CD-Is, those glassy-looking discs that offer more than just shine. At home, we use them to access many types of encyclopedias. As a result of the projects Epoch and EDS, this type of use goes a step further.
The Epoch and EDS projects were set up to research and develop massive parallel processors. As a result of that, we developed a commercial processor called the Gold Rush Mega Server. We've taken that one step further, an extension of the technology, which is a video on demand server, or as we call it, a parallel interactive media server. This will allow the consumer at home to access on-demand services such as films on demand, home banking, home shopping, games on demand, information of all sorts. But the difference is from this and for instance, the World Wide Web is that you can now see full motion video just when you want it and where you want it.
Another aspect of multimedia presentations is support for travel agencies. This type of business demands access to myriads of databases in order to service clients. This is the kind of support the Intuitive project offers.
Read facts. Add to agenda. Document. Lodging. TV, CNN, and swimming pool. Reset. TV and CNN. TV. Swimming pool. Search. Type. Reset. Shut up. Specify place. Zoom on number 1. Back to global map. Intuitive is a multimodal for retrieval information, which is multimedia oriented. And you can access information at your fingertips with the vocal, the keyboard, and the mouse, or a combination of the third.
Emergencies affect everyone. Whether it is fire, flood, earthquake, or another disaster, we all suffer in one way or another from them. Thus, the ability to request help quickly and efficiently is paramount. In Mediterranean countries and further afield, it is a matter of course that forest fires erupt every summer. With a hot sun, everything around us is tinder dry. cigarettes, camping stove, lighting, these all contribute to their start. The Charade project has created a software system designed to offer situation assessment, resource management, and interactive planning with geographic databases to combat fires quickly and efficiently.
Charade project purpose is to give a support to farmers to plan an intervention in case of forest fire. So we have three kinds of functionality. The first one is to provide an assessment of the situation by computing the evolution of the fire and by retrieving the most important points to fight a fire. That means the possible target, the available resources, and some information which are useful to plan an intervention, as the availability of water or something like that. Then we give some functionality to manage resources and to evaluate the resources which are available, and then to plan the intervention. The purpose is to see how, to find a situation which is more near the current situation, and to provide the plan which will then adapted by the park commander.
Apart from false finger imprints found in some James Bond movies, the best and most reliable way to identify people is with their fingerprints. Everyone on this planet has different fingerprints, and this is the fact that is being used by the Neopia project to offer very fast recognition services using lasers, optical devices, and LCD screens.
So how it works, first you put your finger on this fingerprint camera and then you register. And your fingerprint is going into the large database, which can be a few thousand of fingerprints. And then by use of optical technology, using lasers, using liquid crystal displays and holography, we're doing a function which is called optical correlation. And this is a very fast function because of optics, because we're operating on the full fingerprint in parallel. Instead of operating sequentially on each point of the image, we operate on the full image. And with this mean, we're able to correlate up to 10 images per second. And we hope that soon, with the development of optical technologies for displays, for holography, for lasers, compact sources, then this will operate with 1,000 fingerprints per second.
Wouldn't it be great if we could drive cars without actually driving them? When computers would take over driving so that we can spend more time during other, more productive tasks? I am sure you've seen many demos of yet some more cars driving around without drivers, and I am sure you feel that such projects are still in the design stage. Well, think again. Here is Cleopatra.
Well, Cleopatra is a project dealing with high-performance computing and image processing, and the aim is to get one step further into product development, making information technologies available for a consumer market.
Virtual prototyping is a technique where a prototype of a product is virtually made, in other words, only exists within the mind of a computer. By manipulating such a prototype, designers can learn about its relations to the real world before the product is even made.
The main project is a C++ toolkit, a C++ library with, to make some sort of a lot of simulations programs. We have a 2D library, 3D library, audio library, video library, and a lot of things like that. It's a complete toolkit to make a lot of some programs. And this is the first part. The second part is some utilities programs. And another part is application program. We work on application program. We used libraries, or a part of library to define our applications.
The ability to integrate information from different resources is important in a sector such as urban planning. Here, planners must take into account many different types of data coming from varied sources. These days, this is mainly done by hand. However, one of the projects is about to change all that and move public administrations to the next century. GeoWorks.
This project is designed to let unskilled people in using GIS technologies that are technologies very difficult to use, so that only informatic people now can use them. But we are the province of Bologna and a public body that have a specific task defined by law, that is to evaluate the master plan of our 60 municipalities.
An important factor in the safety and timeliness of airline operations is automatic and reliable tracking systems for both airplanes and crew.
DAISY is a system for handling a multi-resource management issue for airlines. We have to understand that crew and aircraft are the two most costly resources to be optimized. And on the day of operation, whatever the quality of the schedule you have forecast in advance, you know that you may have unpredictable events that will break down the feasibility of the schedule. So you need a very skilled tool to repair the schedule in conditions that minimize the cost, of course, for the company.
When we see three-dimensional effects on a monitor or TV, we're sufficiently impressed by them. But can you imagine how complex the actual software must be in order to offer such pleasing images? Can you even dream about the inherently difficult process of creating these images within the walls of a complex digital system? The CESAR project offers one solution to the problem.
The CESAR project is aimed at accommodating increased product complexity within computational design. So as products become more complex, the software has to have an increased level of sophistication. As that happens, the human-computer interface is a key issue. We have to enable the human to define complex geometries of multi-materials within a reasonable amount of time. So we're aiming to reduce this problem setup or simulation definition by at least an order of magnitude. And indeed, we're focusing on streamlining the entire simulation process, not just the computational analysis in the middle. That also includes the visualization of large, complex data sets at the end of the simulation process.
The airline business is a highly complex operation that offers amazing reliability for its complexity. While you and I board planes to move around the world seamlessly, the airline world hidden from view is another world altogether.
The maiden FlexQuar projects are two particular types of technologies. One is to do with information retrieval, to bring the information, the right information, into the right place at the right time, and of the right quality, of course. And MADE particularly addresses the multimedia aspects as a way that we see information technology to support any particular industrialized product in new manufacturing technologies with easy learning curves where people can simulate the information very rapidly.
I can look at this object and can say that if there is nothing wrong with it, it must be fine. But then, this would be a simplistic view. What I should do is look into the product to see how well are its walls or internal parts made. How well is the bonding process working, and so on. This is what this project does.
Falcon is a working group for fuzzy algorithms in control, and Narrated is a network of excellence to integrate new methodologies like fuzzy logic and neural networks to industrial problems. And Narrated is a consortia of a lot of industrial companies like Siemens, like SGS Thomson, like Thomson CSF in France. And together with industry, they are developing new solutions based on these techniques.
We can use video inspection techniques to automatically locate problematic areas in a manufacturing environment as attempted here.
IDERS is a software project for real-time systems. So this trial, what we are showing here today, is one application that's used for steel factories for defect inspection.
A printed circuit board has many soldering joints. It is these, in fact, that make the connections, ensuring that data goes where it is supposed to. But how can we know if the soldering has been done properly? How can we ensure that there are no gaps?
There are many ways to ensure that the soldering is properly done. One of them is the approach we've chosen within the TRIOS project to inspect after critical steps in the electronic manufacturing to have immediate information whether the process step is done correctly or not. Within the project, we developed 2 key modules, a sophisticated laser scanner capable of taking in image about 3D geometry of a structurized surface, and image processing who compares the taken image with a reference image.
There are currently more than 500 projects being processed within the Esprit program. They have and are expected to produce more than 1,000 results, be it technology or actual products. So, how does a company or an individual find out what these results are, what they do, how they do it? How can this information be presented in a way that is easily understandable, exciting and entertaining? Well, this is what the Multimedia Encyclopedia of Results does. Currently in a pilot phase, it offers video, audio, text and graphics to describe results in a rather interesting way.
We are presenting here a pilot realization of a new service of the Commission, which is meant to increase the competitiveness of the European industries by presenting results with multimedia technologies. This is meant to serve the small enterprises that would not participate in the program, but that can draw from the innovation that is generated from the program, as well as the users, which is the new focus of the information technology program. Also, technology providers can find new alliances in browsing the database of results. And we have organized this new showcase of results in a way that the full capacities of multimedia technologies are put in use. And you may present not only the technical information, but also a marketing and business-oriented information, which is what can indeed create the first handshake between the Chief Executive Officer and the owner of the intellectual property, and then bring to commercial business. The new fact is that we are showing this information not only through CD-ROMs and books, but also over internet and the web. And that enables the Commission to give access to pages that on the web are put by the owners of the intellectual property. This is the bridge from pre-competitiveness to the marketplace, because in this way we can complement the technical information offered by the Commission with commercial information that the intellectual property owners put on their responsibility about their credentials, how they've integrated the innovation into their product lines, and how they think to build business.
I am sure you have seen projects and results that are fascinating to you and your business. All of these are looking for markets and technology transfer. We are funding the future here, and we want you to get involved. So please, contact us for more information. The Esprit program, IT Information Desk, European Commission, DG3, Industry, 200 Rue de la Loi, 1049, Brussels, Belgium. The fax number is 32 for Belgium, 2 for Brussels, 296 8388. And if you have electronic mail, the address is infodesk@dg3.cec.be.